Hello everybody, today in November the 13th and we're gonna tell the pen story. This pen story changed a lot of people's life and should like to why something happened to our life and how we can create a new lifestyle dream life in a very certain way. So are you ready? Let's get started, okay? What is this? It's a pen. What do we use the pen for? To write. Now there is a dog inside the room. I want to wave this info of the dog. What does the dog do? The dog probably will sniff, lick, or chew this, right? Does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So for the dog, this one is not a pen, but for the human, this one is a pen. So who is correct, the dog or the human? The answer is both are correct. For the dog, this one is a chewing toy, while for the human, this one is a pen to write. The dog is correct in the dog world, and the human is also correct in the human world. So that is our first lesson. Both are correct. Now let's imagine that there is a table in front of me. So I'm going to put this thing on the table and then both the dog and I will walk out the room. So inside the room there be no human, no dog. What does this thing become? Is it still a pen or chewing toy? Or it becomes almost nothing, and the ancient wisdom called this one as the emptiness. The emptiness is actually a very magical definition. As we understand the emptiness, we'll be able to achieve anything in life, just like Ishi Michael Bush applied the emptiness into his business and was able to build a business with a revenue of $250 million a year. He's also able to help several refugees. So what is the emptiness? Why is that so magical? Let's go back to the pen story, okay? So this thing is currently on the table when there is no human, no dog, or nothing to interact with. It comes back to self, we call it the emptiness. So the emptiness is not blackness, it's not darkness, or nothingness. The emptiness is just ourselves. We don't interact with anyone or anything. However, in the reality, we always interact with someone or something, right? So we always has the potential of become something or someone to the person or the thing that we are interacting with, and that is what the potential is about. For instance, like this thing, okay? So it is almost nothing, right? Almost, and then it has the emptiness when no one, when it is by itself in the room, with no interacting with no one. Okay, but as soon as I go back into the room and I look at this becomes a pen. When the dog comes back to the room and the dog look at this becomes a chewing toy. And when both the dog and I come back to the room at the very same time, we both look at this at the very same time. What does this thing becomes? It becomes two things, a pen for me and a chewing toy for the dog. So that's the lesson. So, a single thing, when it doesn't interact with anyone, it come back to truth, and that's what the emptiness is about. But it also has the potential of become anything or anyone or several things at the very same time, depending on who or what is looking at that at the very moment. So that is the second lesson. Along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. Now, I see this as a pen. So does this pen coming from me or does this pen coming from the thing itself? This pen is actually coming from me. Why am I so certain? Because if this thing is a pen itself, then the dog or anything in this entire universe will have to see it for what it is. It is a pen. But does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So this pen is actually coming from me. This pen is actually coming from my mind, and everything is actually coming from our mind. So that is our third lesson. Everything is actually coming from our mind. Now we all agree that this pen is coming from my mind, right? So I'm going to change my mind and I'm going to believe this one become diamond, okay? So please pray with me. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Open my eyes. It's still a pen. So what in my mind that forced me to see this as a pen but not a diamond? There are said inside our mind that the actual wisdom call as karma. When we see something that sits inside our mind, power open up and cover this and made us see it for what had been planted earlier into our mind. So who planted those seeds into our mind? Only you can plant the seed into your mind, and only I can plant the seed into my mind. How can we do it? We do it by three ways: by our word, by our action, by our thoughts with other people. So for instance, I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to say that I have the pen. Would you like to have this pen? And when my friend said, yes, please, I'd be so happy to give this to my friend with the hope that I can help my friend. So when I give this palm opened up and both me and my friend would see it. This door leaving mark in my mind. A couple days later, when I see this, I recognize this one as a pen, which means that the seed of the pen has all been planted into my mind. And then now it popped up and opened up and covered this and made me see it for what had been planted earlier into my mind, which is a pen. And this is how a pen become a pen and anything surround us become what and who they are to us. In the past story, there are several meaningful lessons. Today, we went over 4 different lessons. The first lesson is both are corrupt, so we learn to respect each other's opinion, we learn to respect each other's choices, and if possible, we learn to listen to each other with a compassionate heart. The second lesson is, along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. So trust your potential, trust the potential of everyone and everything. So about you, trust the potential, whatever happened to you. And the third lesson is everything is coming from the seed inside our mind. So be 100% responsible to whatever happened to us. And we don't blame anyone because in the end, we are the only one who can plant the seed into our mind. And um, the fourth lesson is, how to create or manifest our dream life in a very certain way, applying all those lessons into our life. So first, you have to know what you want to achieve in your dream life first by using lesson number 1 and now lesson number 2. And then lesson number 3 is that we start planting those seeds using our word or action and thoughts to other people. So for instance, if you want to have a happiness, then you plant the happiness seed using your word, your action, your thoughts with other people, helping other people to be happier. If you want your prosperity, then you use your word, your action, your thought, helping other people to be more prosperous. And just like that, whatever that you want to make sure that you use your word, your action, your thoughts to other people, helping them get it back. And the lesson that I would like to share with you all today is that I'm not sure if you noticed, but I am actually very tired today. I've been working really hard the last couple of days. And last night I worked like from 8:30 to 11 to 10 p.m. Yeah, almost 11. And I'm like straight, nonstop. And I get very drained. And I realized that, I need to I I have always been telling myself that, I have to be balanced, between work and life. But then recently is since I have a lot more work to do, so I've been trying to juggle all those work and sacrifice my time. And I've been working like a lot. And I can see the toll that it take in my personal health and my mentality as well. So the upcoming HPT will be next week. So I hope that after that I'll be able to recuperate and then refresh, take a couple of days off to see. Hopefully I'll be back and hopefully I'll be back to my normal routine and will get better. Oh, and also the thing is that, I also realized that the importance of doing exercise. Like this morning, this is the second day I have been running. I can see that, even though I am very tired, but I think maybe running will help me to get back to give me a bit of the happy hormone so that I can feel better. So, discipline is actually a very, very good. It's a tough medicine, but it's a good medicine for us. So that's something I would like to share with you all today. Thank you so much for listening to me today. Thank you and for accompanying me in this 3,000-day journey. And if I may share with you the pen story of my lesson is something good, I would like to dedicate that to my church family, to my friends, to my co-workers, to my clients, or to any living things in this world and in the world. With love, wisdom, and gratitude. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye, everyone.